Do you ever feel like your mother is the enemy in your life story? Yeah, I said it. I know it is taboo in most cultures to talk about your parent being a bad parent or being toxic, and especially your mother. Everybody in the community looks at you and starts pointing the finger at you like, how dare you? How dare you be ungrateful to the person who brought you in this world, the person who feeds you, the person who put a roof over your head? And I always wonder, isn't that what they're supposed to do? When they decided to become a mother or a parent, that's what they signed up for. You're not crazy. It is not just in your head. Yeah, mothers can be toxic too. And today we'll be discussing signs that can inform you if your mother is a toxic mother. And before we get into it, just as a disclaimer, this video is not for any form of diagnosis. It's just for information purpose. As a child, when your mother is toxic and has narcissistic behaviors, you feel like you're going crazy because you're not able to fully understand how someone who brought you to this earth, someone who chose and decided to be a mother and brought you on this earth, can be mean to you, can abuse you, can go into competition with you. It is very hard to understand this concept, and everybody in the society starts pointing the finger at you. You start feeling like you're going crazy, and you start feeling like you are the problem, you are the unlovable one, you are not enough. But I'm here to tell you, you're not the problem, you are enough, you are lovable. She's the problem. Let's get into the signs. The first sign is manipulation and guilt tripping you. Toxic mothers always manipulate their children to do what they want. It does not matter what you want, she will always get her way, and she uses manipulation. And most of them use the phrase, if you love me, you could do this to me. For example, if she asks you for money and you say you don't have, maybe you're also struggling and she really needs the money, and you tell her that you do not have enough. What she will tell you is, if you loved me, you could have done that for me. I am your mother. Why would you not help your mother? Other people help their mother. They are grateful because their mother brought them into this world. Especially that guilt-tripping part. Like, they're always bringing you into this world and feeding you, paying your school fees, putting a roof over your head. They're always holding it over your head. Like, if you refuse to do something, they always have to remind you, you know, I took you to school. I single-handedly paid your school fees. That is for the single mothers. I put a roof over your head. I fed you. You stay in my house. How can you not do that for me? How dare you? And this is not to say that we should not be grateful to our mothers for bringing us on this world. Oh, if you're a mother and you're watching this, or if you're planning to be a mother in the future, I know you understand that mothers are very important people in the society. They literally take part in creation. They literally help God to bring human beings. They're very important. But then again, they should not hold the fact that they brought you on this earth in every conversation. Each time you have an argument, they always have to remind you, I brought you into this earth. I did this for you. They should not use those facts as ways of manipulation. They should allow you to see it and be grateful. And especially if you're also a mother, I know you understand what it takes to be a mother. So inevitably, you'll be grateful and you will love your mother. And this is why, even if most mothers are toxic, most children still love their mothers, because they are forever grateful of bringing them into this earth and taking care of them. But when they decided to bring you on this earth, they signed up for the responsibilities of taking care of a child. They signed up to care for you, to provide for you. But unfortunately, a lot of women have the ability to bring kids into this earth, but lack the ability to nurture and to bring up those kids. So they continue to bring up toxic children, and that cycle of toxicity continues. The second sign is constant criticism. If your mother is always criticizing you, you are never enough for her. Everything that you do is never enough. Even if you get an A in your studies, for example, they'll always tell you, you could have gotten an A+. If you clean the house, they say you didn't clean the windows. If you clean the house and they clean the windows, they will say, it is not clean enough. You are never enough to them. They're always criticizing you. And some of them go ahead to literally abuse you. Like, that's why you have your father's ugly face. That's why you're ugly. That's why you're stupid. They criticize you and abuse you all the time. That is a toxic mother. And it is not your fault. And do not believe those words that they're saying. Because most of these mothers criticize their children from a very young age. And this child grows up knowing that I am not enough. And they constantly prove to the mother and the world that, you know what, I am not enough. And everything they do, it just proves that subconscious belief that they are not enough. And we all know, as within, so without. So if within you believe that you're not enough, you will never be enough. That sign is gaslighting you. Toxic mothers are always making you feel like you're crazy. Like they do something to you, you go to confront them and tell them this and this, you did this and this to me, and then somehow they are able to blame you. You find yourself, you're the one who is apologizing to them while they're the one who wronged you. It makes you feel like you're going crazy. They interfere with your memories. You feel like maybe I'm the one who is wrong. Maybe I'm the one who has a bad memory. But they're the ones who are gaslighting you. As children, we have grown up to see our mothers as our role models, as the parent in our life, the woman figure in our life. So it is very easy for us to believe them. When you tell them they did this, and then they switch up the script and they tell you that you are the one who is at fault, sometimes we tend to believe them. And now when you're an adult, when you can clearly see, you start feeling like you're going crazy because you can clearly remember what happened, but whatever she's telling you, it's not matching up. So you start feeling like you're crazy. The fourth sign is no boundaries. Toxic mothers do not respect their kids' boundaries. They do whatever they want. For example, they go through your phone, they read your messages, they go through your diaries and your journals, they read personal information that you are not comfortable and willing to share with them. Sometimes you're using the washroom, they just go in, they do not knock. Like they feel like they have power over you and they can do whatever they want. They do not respect any boundaries. The fifth sign is toxic mothers love their kids conditionally. You feel like she's loving you based on her own terms. Love from her feels like a trophy that you keep chasing, but you never win that game. And this can be really frustrating, and it can really make you like a people pleaser. Each time you're trying to seek people's validation and to please people so that they can love you and they can offer you this love. But this toxic mother, they will only love you when you make them look good. They will only be happy for you when you make them look good. They will only be happy and love you when you do what they want. And especially here in Africa with the black tax thing, these mothers will only love you once you send them money. If 1 month, for whatever reasons, maybe you're in a fix or whatever, you're not able to send any money back home, that month they do not call you. Ask yourself, if for whatever reason, whatever you're giving your mother, if you stopped giving it to her, would she still love you? If she would not still love you, then her love is conditional to you. She does not love you unconditionally. And there are always these videos on TikTok that are always trending. Mothers are telling their young kids that I love you when you're happy, I love you when you're sad, I love you when you do mistakes. You know, those type of videos. If you open those comment sections, whoa, boy, you will realize that a lot of people have a lot of mommy issues, but we only focus on the daddy issues and we completely forget about the mommy issues. And I feel like it's because of how the society views mothers, like they're sacred people, they are naturals. So we don't expect anyone to have any mommy issues. But even if your mother doesn't love you unconditionally, just always remember, God loves you unconditionally. Even when you sin, even when you don't follow his word, he still loves you. The sixth sign is toxic mothers always want to be in control. They are control freaks. They want to control every life decision in your life. They do not allow you to make any decisions. And they do this because they do not view you as an individual. They view you as an attachment to them, like an extension to them. So whatever you do should represent what they want. And sometimes they're not pushing you to make the decisions they want because they want to see you happy. No, sometimes they're pushing you to make those decisions because they want to look good in the society. They want people in the community to praise them and to say how much of a good mother they are. They also view you as their property. And most of these toxic mothers, they do not have control of their life or anything else going on in their life. So they only feel like their children are the only things that they own. They are their only properties, and they are the only things thinks that he can be able to control. That's why they keep controlling you. And I'm not saying that good mothers do not interfere in their children's decisions. No, they interfere in their children's decisions, but not to make the decisions, but to give their input. For example, if you want to do a nursing course, they can come and tell you, I don't think you'll be good in nursing because of this and this and this. I think you'll actually do good in acting because you have these skills and this and this. And they will even help you troubleshoot. For example, they'll take you in that career decision, they'll take you to a career coach or a church counselor, and they'll have you talk to them, and you guys will troubleshoot and eventually come up with a decision. But toxic mothers, all they want is to control every decision of your life. The seventh sign is the comparison game. Toxic mothers are always comparing you with other people. They're always comparing you with the neighbors, with your cousins, with your everyone. They're always comparing and trying to let you know that you're not good enough. The other people are better than you. And the worst form of comparison is with siblings. One time they're telling your siblings that you are better than them. The other time they're telling you that the siblings are better than you. And this creates a lot of sibling rivalry. And from this sibling rivalry, you are always competing, trying to seek the validation of your mother, for your mother to say you are the good one, you're the better one. And this creates a lot of problems with your siblings, and you grow up hating each other. And sometimes these toxic mothers, they always have a favorite among the siblings. Sometimes when you grow up, the person who was having good grades used to be the mother's favorite. And then now that you're adults, the person with money, like the alliance has shifted. The person with the money is always the favorite in the family. I don't know if you guys can relate to this. And it is very exhausting because especially if you are now an adult and your siblings are well off than you, it feels like it's a competition and it feels like you're never enough. And some mothers do not change. They just keep one favorite sibling all along. Even if it's not doing good in life, they're always defending them. They're always loving on them. They're always taking things from you and giving the troubled sibling. They're even lying to you and taking money from you and sending to the other sibling. So toxic mothers can be very exhausting. The end sign is the victim card. Toxic mothers are always playing the victim card. They're always pretending of how much they went through because of you. You put them through because of you they went through a lot. You should be grateful. Why are you correcting them? Why are you criticizing them? Especially when you want to correct their mistakes. Maybe you want to tell them, you know what, I feel like you're always abusing me, you're always criticizing me. They will always take the victim card. If you confront them, they will always play the victim card, and they will manipulate you, and you'll find yourself at the end of the day, you're the one apologizing to them. Toxic mothers are there, and it's a reality, and it can be very hard for a child or an adult. By a child, I mean, even if you're an adult, you're still a child to your mother. So when I say a child, I just mean a child and a mother, even if you're an adult. So it can be very confusing to the child. What is going on? Am I not enough? I'm trying my best. And you keep seeking their validation, and it becomes so toxic that it can even affect your mental health. A lot of people are having mental health issues, and we are seeing them breaking down online, like even committing, because of the toxic relationships that they have with their mothers. What can you do? How can you handle this situation? I'll share a few tips that can help you on what to do. The first thing is to grieve. I know you had a lot of expectations. I know once you grew up and understood that this is my mother, she brought me into this earth, you had certain expectations, even from seeing how your friends and the neighbors, the relationships that they had with their mothers, you were envious, you were jealous, and this is the expectations that you had with your mother. But I'm here to tell you today, grieve, feel that pain, because your mother will never be that mother. That is something that you have to accept and grieve. The expectations that you have of a mother, please drop them and stop each time trying to chase them, trying to give your mother another chance to see if she can be the mother that you expect her to be. The second thing you can do is to forgive her. I know a lot of us view forgiving as letting someone off the hook, but actually it's not. You're forgiving her not for her sake, but for your sake, for you to have peace. Imagine walking around with a lot of bitterness in your heart, with a lot of mommy issues. And I'm telling you, if you walk around with a lot of bitterness and mommy issues, when you become a mother, or when you have your own kids, or if you're already a mother, the toxicity will continue. You will also become a toxic person, because hurt people hurt people. So you are hurt and you have not forgiven her and you have a lot of bitterness in your heart. You will also hurt your children. So forgive her and let her go. And one of the best mindsets that can help you to understand and to forgive her is understanding that she is a broken little girl inside. She's just a broken little girl. She is hurt. And if you're able, just look for your mother. Go sit down with her and have a conversation about the relationship that she had with her mother and her dad growing up. And I'm sure if she's toxic to you and she's always mistreating you, you always feel like you're in a competition with her, I can assure you, she was hurt as a child. She also has a lot of bitterness and towards her mother or her father. And she's only hurting people because we have said hurt people, hurt people. So she's just a broken little girl. Forgive her, and she's doing the best that she can with the knowledge that she has. This is not to excuse bad behavior, but this is just to ease in your heart and to be able to forgive her and let her go. The third thing that you can do is to set boundaries. Set clear boundaries and communicate these boundaries to them. And I know, especially in African society, when you communicate boundaries to your parents, most parents say that you are rude, you are being disrespectful. But if you communicate those boundaries respectfully, that is not being rude. Be kind and be respectful in your communication. Being rude is just being rude. It doesn't matter what you're saying. If you're rude, you're rude. But be kind and be respectful and communicate your boundaries. And each time she breaks your boundaries, reinforce them until they hold. Because even when you buy a land, you always put a perimeter fence to safeguard it, to safeguard what is inside, because it's a valuable thing. So you want to safeguard it. Even yourself, put boundaries around yourself and safeguard your peace and your happiness. The fourth thing is to love them from afar. And I know setting boundaries, especially if you're living under the same roof with her, can be really hard. If you're living under the same roof with her, please do not give her a reaction, because when hurt people try to provoke you, what they are looking for is a reaction. If someone abuses you, do not react. Do not give them a reaction. Instead, kill them with kindness. Show them kindness. If they abuse you, if, for example, they tell you, that's why you have an ugly face, just tell them, well, God saw that was good for me. Just be kind. Do not react and do not show her any feelings. Just be nonchalant with her. Try working towards moving out. If you're working, save up and try moving out as soon as possible. The fourth thing is to love her from afar. When someone is toxic and you're always in the same surrounding with her, it can only get worse. You get so familiar and the respect somehow goes away. So if you're able, move out. If you're not living under the same roof with her, just reduce your interactions with her. Love her from afar and stay away from her. Do not engage in arguments with her. Just love her and be her child from afar. The fifth thing is therapy and healing your inner child. Heal your inner child. Go to therapy. If you're not able, some churches offer these free therapy sessions. Some government hospitals also offer free therapy sessions. So you can visit them, go there, get some therapy, and also heal your inner child. Here on YouTube, there are a lot of hypnosis on healing your inner child and a lot of information on healing your inner child. Listen to those hypnosis, figure out what you needed as a child and reparent yourself. Go back to that 7-year-old girl. Go back and ask her what she really needed and do that for her. Reparent yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. And above all, pray to God and ask God to give you peace and to give you love in your heart and to guide you and to protect you. I hope this video was as informative for you as it was for me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share it with someone who you think might be dealing with a toxic mother. Bye.